Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, what it is, point blank period. If you can tell by the shirt, I done already shot another video, point blank period. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot another video because consistency is key, and we're trying to make money in 2022 off of YouTube, point blank period. So if you could tell by this title, it is a little chit chat video. I don't do too many chit chat videos. I don't think I ever have done a chit chat video. And just for security, confidentiality, not that we're talking about anything that's like illegal or anything like that. I just feel like when I post things on my social media, whether it's on my regular feed or my close friends feed, I always tell people, like, this is a safe space. I don't want anybody to ever share anything with me that they feel is going to be put out into the world with their name on it, with their face attached to it. If there's something that you need to say and get off your chest, when I post questionnaires or when I ask polls, that's the place to do it. It's between me and you. Yes, I'll be sharing responses, but it'll never have a name attached. No one will ever know it was you. And we're going to keep it that way because personally, sometimes a lot of these topics will be hard to talk about. The first question states, do you suffer from seasonal depression? 76% of people said yes. 24% of people said no. And just to provide my answer, I would say that I do suffer from seasonal depression. But also, as transparent as I can be with you guys, I feel like I suffer from depression all year round. Unfortunately, it's been that way for a long time. I'm surviving, but I will say that it does hit a little harder once it starts to get cold out for whatever reason. Okay, the next thing that I said was, how can you tell your seasonal depression is about to kick in? And that was a questionnaire. So I did ask people to give their answers rather than say yes or no. So somebody said, the change of the weather, it's like you can feel it. You absolutely can feel it. Like, it literally just comes out of nowhere. Like, nowhere. Somebody said, I gain hella weight because I'm an emotional eater and I sleep more often. I go completely ghost. I don't usually call or visit people I usually see daily. I get that. Someone said, I get exhausted from doing nothing and it's like a good week or so I feel it. Oh, and it's like a good week or so you start to feel it. Man, so now that we talk about seasonal depression, at the beginning of my video, I think I said it. I know I meant to say it, but I don't know if I said it or not. But y'all, like, I work from home and I work from 10 to 6:30. So when I get off, I still have time to do what I need to do. Like, if I need to go anywhere, nothing is closed yet. If I need to do things around the house, I have more than enough time to do it and still make it in bed at a reasonable time to get a good night's sleep. But when I get off, when that clock hits 6:30 and I press clock out, I don't know. Like, it's like I clock out of life too. Like, I just don't feel like doing nothing. And it said, somebody said, I just know it does when it's holiday season. So by next week, I'm going to be in a funk. I get that. A lot of people hate the holidays, and usually it comes from personal things that they've been through as a child, traumatic events that have happened around the holidays. I get that. Somebody said they go through more like anxiety. I get that. I do get anxious a lot. I start becoming irritated with my loved ones for nothing. I get in a funk and feel unmotivated. Absolutely. Exhaustion, lack of appetite, no longer finding my hobbies or activities I like fun. Somebody said, I feel really fatigued. I don't come out of my room and I usually be in the dark a lot. What methods do you use to cope with your seasonal depression? Someone said, writing, having talks with God helps me a lot. Writing for show. For show. I just recently in September started journaling. I have fell off completely. This is another thing with this being completely exhausted. I usually would try to write before I go to sleep, letting all the emotions that I had on my heart go before I go to bed, because you never want to go to bed angry, dwelling on anything. So that's something that I started, but for like a while I just haven't had the energy to write before bed. Like, I just be ready to get into bed and go to sleep. I get really sleepy even when I'm not tired, and I stay in bed all day. I'm going through that right now. I'm going through that right now. I felt that. Somebody said therapy. I need to see a therapist. And I do recommend anybody that's watching this video, especially if you are Black, because a lot of the time in the Black community, therapy is frowned upon. People feel like you shouldn't be going out telling people your business. People see people going through mental health crises as signs of weakness. Go see a therapist if you need to. Doing things that make me happy, watching YouTube, journal, arts and crafts. More lights in my room, more goals. Exercise and gratitude. Child, I'm trying to get into exercising. It ain't working too well, but we gonna come back to that. Gratitude, definitely being grateful. Knowing that even though you are going through something at this moment, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It will get better. It will get better. Like, I know we hate hearing that, because I hate hearing that from other people, but just knowing my circumstances and what I have been through, especially within this last couple of months, once you start taking time to be grateful, when you start taking time to yourself, when you start taking time to want to be better, things do get better. I plan out my days in more detail, set alarms so I can make sure I do stuff rather than sit in my room all day. Child, I need that. I'm a save that. I need that. Draw, sew, being with nature, music, and reading. Music gets me out of dark places all the time. Sometimes it puts me back in that dark place depending on the song. But after singing it, I'm going to be good again. So I get that. Take my meds, keeping balance between being social and alone time, eating better. Definitely keep balance in between being social and being alone. Sometimes people get into dark spaces and they feel like being alone is too much because they're always in their head. So then they start feeling like they always have to go out and be around other people to feel better. Energy transfer is real. So not only if you are in a funk and you're forcing yourself to be around people, you can bring people to that same place with you, because your energy is rubbing off on them. But if you're going around people and your energy is already fucked up, and you think being around people is going to make your energy better, and you don't even know that person's energy fucked up, you ain't never going to get out of a place of being fucked up, because both of y'all just fucked up, acting like you're not. Eating better. Baby, I need to eat better, because when your body starts to feel better, like, your energy starts to feel better. So I get that. I try to go outside or just move my body. I definitely need to go outside. I felt that. I work. It's not coping, but it keeps me from being home, sleeping, crying. Now, I get that. But let me tell you something, Miss Mamas. Do not work more because you are depressed. So please do not work because you feel like you are depressed and you feel like being at work away from home is better than being at home in your thoughts. I would rather you sit at home and be forced to face what's going on with yourself than you going to work and trying to mask it and make it worse. Period. I do not recommend that. And baby girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. And do you usually reach out to people during your episodes, or do you prefer to handle them alone? 4%, which was only one person, said together. 96% said alone. One thing about me that helped me get through that point of feeling like, oh, nobody's ever here for me when I'm there for them, is having to realize that other people are going through their own shit as well. So granted, yeah, I would like you to be there for me, but sometimes And there are certain situations where I can't be there for somebody because I need to be there for myself. To go through things alone definitely sucks. So for those of us who rather choose to go through things alone, please find healthy outlets. Please find healthy outlets. All right, so this question kind of piggybacks off of the last question. Do you feel like you have an adequate amount of support when you go through things? 52% of people said yes. 48% of people said no. A lot of times we don't think we have a support system, but it's because we're looking for support in the wrong places. A lot of times when you go through things, you never realize that some of the work needs to be done internally rather than externally. So yes, it would be nice to have somebody that'll listen. It'll be nice for somebody to, to have somebody to talk to, cry it out with. But sometimes you have to do that with yourself first before you can even reach out to talk about it with somebody else. Asked if do you see a therapist? 32% of people said yes. 68 said no. Then I asked if not, are you opposed to seeing a therapist? And if you are, why? Someone said, I feel like professionals can sometimes miss small things that don't take a degree. Somebody said not opposed, just never thought about going. Understandable. Someone told me, literally start my first session today, but I'm finally ready to open up and move on. And that's beautiful. Definitely do not go see a therapist if you're not ready, because that's just wasting your time and money. And the therapist, well, it's not wasting the therapist's time and money because, one, they're not paying for it. Two, they getting paid for that time. So whether you're ready or not, they still getting paid. So for you and your pockets, do not go until you are ready, because then you're dishing out all this money sitting in front of somebody and you don't even want to talk to them. So I get that. I'm glad that you're finally ready to open up and move on. And the last thing said, it's expensive. Completely understand therapy being expensive. I get that. But there are some therapists that are ran off of insurance. So if you have insurance, I would speak to your doctor about what therapy sessions, what therapy they offer. Also, there are online therapy places that also take insurance. I will link it down below. Someone actually told me that when I was doing this poll. So I can't remember all the information that she gave me. We have DMs since then, so I will have to scroll up through our DMs. But I will put it down below. There is online therapy places that do take insurance. So I understand the whole idea of it being expensive, but there are ways to seek help if you need it. If you absolutely need it, money should never be an issue. There are outlets. All you have to do is reach out to somebody for those outlets. That's for anything, not just therapy. That's another thing. If y'all need help, ask for it. Ask for it. Ask for it. If you try to do it yourself and you cannot do it yourself, absolutely ask for it. And ask until you get that. Don't let one no discourage you. Don't let one, oh, I can't help you, discourage you. Ask for help. There is always going to be someone out there that can help and that is willing to help and will help. Period. All right, y'all. So those were all of the questions that I had. I hope that anything that I've said in this video or anything that any of my followers have said that I shared with you guys can help you. And yeah. So again, please follow my Instagram so that you can be a part of the conversation if you weren't a part of the conversation this time. And yeah, I love you guys. I really do. And it's not even just because y'all are supporters. I just love y'all. If you have not heard that from somebody, I love you. I am proud of you. Everything, it might not seem like it right now, but everything is going to be okay. And we're going to get through it together. Point blank period. If you watch this video and you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, my social media is always linked down below. If you ever feel like you need somebody to talk to, I am here. And I say that genuinely with a whole heart, because I wish that when I was going through some of the things that I was going through, and I'm not going to cry, but I wish that when I was going through some of the things that I was going through these past couple of months, that somebody would have just reached out to me. Simply. So yeah, I hope y'all watched this to the end so that y'all could get this message. I really hope y'all did. I hope y'all watched to the end so y'all can get this message, so that y'all can know for a fact that I am here. I'm here for y'all. And if you need me, I'm only one DM tweet away, point blank period. And I love you guys, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being supportive, and I will see you guys in the next video.